Hey, welcome to Winton Woods High School Charles Frederick Stadium here in Forest Park, Ohio. Here for a match of the Eastern Cincinnati Conference of Winton Wood Warriors facing the Kings Knights. This game was originally scheduled for 7, then it got rescheduled for 6, and then because of the heat, it ended up getting rescheduled for 6:30 and then 7 o'clock. So it's a little bit cooler this time of night. So I think the players are going to appreciate that. This is Ian Liddell here with Andy Reagan.
Hey, Ian.
And here for a night of soccer at the stadium. So Andy, are you ready to broadcast tonight here for us?
I'm going to give it a go. This is
Okay.
my first time. I
Okay.
appreciate the invite. This should be fun.
Yep. So this is early in the season for both teams. Last night, Winton Woods played Mount Healthy, and they actually got a win, 2-1 win. So that's their first win of the year. Kings has played 3 games so far. They're undefeated. This is, I think, their first conference game. They're 3-0, and in most recent action, Kings played Sycamore on Saturday, Sycamore High School, and they won. They beat Sycamore 4-2. And then in other matches earlier on, I have to look a little bit later at what some of the other games were.
Yeah, they look like a strong squad, Ian. Look like a very, very strong team.
Yep. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit later tonight about some of the players. There are a couple of players on the Kings High School team to look at, and a couple of them are being recruited by colleges. So as we get into the game, we will talk a little bit about those players, and it might become self-evident who those folks are.
As a member school of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Winton Woods High School welcomes you to this interscholastic contest between the Winton Woods Warriors and the Kings Knights. To honor America, would you please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem? Tonight's game is sponsored by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Your attendance and support of the student athletes and coaches is appreciated by member schools competing. Both teams are rivals. They are expected to exhibit these qualities of good sportsmanship throughout the contest, and the administration of both schools requests the same from all fans. So the sign of this game have been extensive requirements set by the OHSAA and been assigned based upon the process approved by the OHSAA's Board of Directors. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of Winton Woods High School. All fans are asked to respect the effort each has put forth in preparing for tonight's contest. We also ask that all attending show courtesy and respect for all fellow fans, officials, coaches, those administering the contest, and of course your team as well as your opponent. And as important today as ever, please respect the game. We do not have total rosters for both schools, so we're going to forego the announcements of the rosters. We're going to go play soccer.
Go Warriors!
So anyway, we're getting ready here for some soccer this evening. As we're doing the national anthem, I noticed it's a busy atmosphere out here at Winton Woods. You see some of the young guys playing football out here.
Playing football at the top. Go ahead and tilt up, Matt.
Playing football, which Winton Woods is pretty well known. They have a decent program, very good program in football. They're actually right now ranked the #1 team in the city. After the first week of the season, they won the state title. I think, was it last year?
It's 2 years ago, I believe.
2 years ago, they won the state. So there's a lot of really good athletes out of Winton Woods. In fact, I think one of the guys on the Bengals might have been Winton Woods, one of the offensive linemen. Anyway, enough about American football. Let's get to English football or European football. So, Andy, did you have a chance to watch any of the World's Cup? Now we got women's soccer tonight.
I only watched a couple of matches. Unfortunately, our women's team got knocked out much earlier than we would have liked. And frankly, I kind of stopped watching after that.
Well, I ended up watching. I didn't watch a lot of it, but I did watch the finals. I got some English background, so I watched a little bit of that. It was entertaining, but anyway, yeah, it was with the time difference in Australia and I guess New Zealand. There was a lot of 3 o'clock matches.
Oh yes.
I'm not sure how many people get up at 3 in the morning to watch them, but that's the advantage of recording a DVR. So we are about to kick off here, and Winton Woods back to Kings. Kings at number 11, Brooklyn Leist for Kings High School. Passing down the wing. So we're trying to pick up some of these players over a period. They're far enough away with the light, it's kind of hard to pick up the numbers.
Timekeeper.
Shot there and just wide and kicked away. Almost an early scoring opportunity there for Kings. We got our first corner.
Corner kick, Kings.
And taking the corner, I can't quite pick out who that is.
Matt, don't lose the person in the corner. Left, there you go.
Kings is set up out on the edge here.
Okay. So there's a lot of people that are on the right side as well. So zoom out to get the people on the right. No, never mind. Just follow the ball and zoom in as
Nice
they go.
cross. Deflected. I'm not sure. That might have been an own goal. I think that might have
It's hard to
deflected off
tell.
Winton
I
Woods.
couldn't tell either.
Replay. Here's a replay, guys.
Makes the score Kings
Looks like it
1,
ricocheted
Winton
off a
Woods
green.
0.
I might be wrong.
Yes, it did.
Yep.
Coming out to camera 1. And out
So being an own goal, I don't know if they give that credit to anybody. I'm not sure what the rules are.
Yeah, it's unfortunate she was in the wrong place at the wrong time in that one.
that was fast. Okay. Let's go.
Possession here for Kings. That's number 13, Kylie Hornbeck. So before the game, we had a chance to ask the Kings coach on who some of the players to look at tonight, and I think she was one of the
Kylie
players.
was definitely one of them, yes.
And maybe one of the ones that I think may be getting recruited.
Oh, right off the post.
Early opportunities here for Kings. Nice move there. Cross. Went off of a Winton Woods player, and we have another corner to be taken by Kings. So far early in the game here, most of the possession,
Corner kick.
actually all the possession has been down in the Kings end.
Replay.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping the pressure on.
Out of replay. Okay.
And see a couple players moved in on Mark there.
There you go. That's it.
Get there! Come on, Green!
Go ahead.
Come on!
That's good right
Looked like that went off of the Kings player, so that's going to be a goal kick.
Woods.
there. Okay, goal kick.
Goalie tonight for, well, we don't have positions, do we? Let's pick out what number. I'm I'm not sure who the goalie is. We don't have a listing here by position, so. Go out wide, back to Kings. That was Natalie Land, sophomore midfielder. A shot for Natalie, deflected off Woodwoods. Another
deflection.
Another block. Chance here for Kings on goal. Nice save by the goalkeeper.
See if Winton Woods can gain possession here. They're really struggling to hold on to the ball. There we go.
There we go. Over onto the Kings side, first time of the game. Kings are back in possession here. Nice pass down the sideline.
Yeah, really nice pass.
Little delay, move, nice cross. Header.
Sets
On
right.
the foot of 13, cleared out, cleared away. Back.
Still in play. Keep going.
That's going to roll right out, and it will not be a goal kick. It'll be a throw-in on the end.
Possession Warriors.
So we're 4 minutes here in the first half with Kings up 1-0 on Winton Woods. Got a few people showing up. There wasn't a few, maybe. The original time was 7 o'clock, so I guess most people were here when they were expecting to be here to begin with.
I feel for the girls. They're out there in that heat and the sun. All the fans are over here with us in the shade. Much nicer.
Yep. Well, Kings has a JV team. Woodwoods does not have a JV team this year, so there was no early game. There's normally a 5 o'clock game and a 7 o'clock game. Nice pass down the side there. Crossed, blocked, and we've got our maybe a third or fourth corner kick so far.
Kick. So there you go, Matt. Thank you. So see where everybody's gathered up at the top over by like the 10-yard line? There you go. And then once again, once the ball's kicked, push it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, beauty.
Very, very nice. Passed it right in.
King.
Put it right in the back of the net.
And that's 2-0 for Kings. Nice
Momentum
cross.
score, Kings 2, Winton Woods 0.
Nope.
Camera one, and out.
Got a leg on that. It was almost like a deflection off of that, but right on goal. So if we look at the standings in the early part of the season for the Eastern Cincinnati Conference, there's only 2 teams that have played conference games so far. That's Anderson, who's 1-0, and Loveland 0-1. Loveland, the last couple of years, Loveland has been a team that competed for the state championship. So I see they've already lost a game and tied a game, so they might be a little bit down, but they've been a real power the last couple of years on a state level. Loveland and Mason have been a couple of the top teams over the last couple of years. Then you have your parochial schools that are really up there.
Possession Winton Woods.
In terms of results, games going on tonight, besides our game, we've got West Claremont at Little Miami, Lebanon at Milford, Walnut Hills at Turpin, and Kings at Winton Woods. Goal kick for Winton Woods.
They're going to kick over.
And we got substitution. A mass substitution coming in for Kings here.
4 new players.
Yeah. I get a feeling tonight that Kings might be doing some regulars, probably playing a lot of their roster tonight. if we look at the early season for the conference, the leader in combined points, goals, and assists is Bella Land. She's got 15 so far, so she's already scored 5 goals and had 5 assists. So she's got off to a really good start.
We got a turnover here and an immediate
turnover
goal opportunity. Oh, she recovered.
And then we've got Kings has another player in points, Madeline Hartke, and you'll be hearing her name tonight. Madeline's got 3 goals on the season. Kings passing the ball back, out to the wing, spacing real well there. They're bringing it back up from the top, from the back, coming up. Coach was talking about that a little bit earlier. We got another goal kick.
Corner kick, King.
Yeah, that was a corner. That was off of Wintonwood's player.
Yeah, I just saw it. I'm looking at it on replay. It's absolutely on.
So that might be our having a living out there at the corner. Maybe our 5th corner kick so far. Kings get a lot of practice. That is way over the top, but out of play. So nothing on that.
Warrior possession.
And we are 8 minutes into the game with Kings with a 2-0 lead. So Andy, I missed it the other night, but did you see the FC? I don't have Apple, so I haven't seen any of the
Apple TV,
FC
Apple
Cincinnati
Plus.
games, except for the ones I saw live. I was at a game a few weeks ago. It was a cup game, and they were playing a team from Mexico.
Oh, yes.
And at the 55-minute mark, there was heat lightning hitting, and Buddy looked at me, and he looked like he was interested in hanging out, but knowing how heat lightning works, it often hangs around for a while, and they did. I think it hung out for another 4.5 hours before they decided to cancel the match.
Yeah, that's
They're
correct.
like 2 or 3 in the morning. So
I had a number of friends, including yourself, at that game. One of my best friends, he actually waited it out all the way till the end until they called it. So I think it was 1:30 in the morning. In that game. But yes, I did watch their most recent match. Unfortunately, did not go so well for FC Cincinnati up in Columbus, and it wasn't a very good showing. I'm hoping tomorrow night is a much better showing when they play Miami and Lionel Messi.
I hear the tickets are pretty cheap tomorrow night.
Oh.
You can get down there, and for a mere the $300 at the cheapest, you can watch a live match.
I think and
some is up as high as $1,400. So
it's unbelievable the ticket pricing and what's happened. I think people are making a lot of money reselling their tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Possession, Winton Woods.
Yeah, for those who are casual soccer fans here,
Corner kick,
Lionel
Kings.
Messi is considered one of the best players of all time.
That is correct.
I remember back in the 1970s, I lived in New Jersey, and Pele came over at that point, and he was like the Babe Ruth of soccer. So when Pele showed up, you went from like 300 people at a game to like 50,000 at a game.
That was at St. Xavier High School Stadium. I saw that game against the Cincinnati Comets. First professional soccer game I saw.
Huh. You know, Cincinnati's had an interesting history. I mean, when this professional team started, there had been a lot of teams that came and failed.
The whole league failed. North American Soccer League.
Yeah, North American Soccer League failed. Yeah, they grew too fast.
Agreed, yes.
You know, they had a couple of schools, and when they started the MLS, the plan was to start it small, and that's kind of what they've done. And they're starting to get some world-class players. I mean, the Cosmos back in the 70s, I mean, they could play with almost any team in the world. Or they were pretty good. The MLS doesn't quite play at that level. But it's improving.
It's been amazing what they've been able to do down in Miami. Some people would question if there was some rule bending going on in terms of their roster, but they brought in some exceptional players, and the proof is in their results. I mean, they've immediately turned around. They were the worst team in the league, and they just won the League's Cup and won it pretty handily. A little nervous about tomorrow night, I'm not going to lie. I think FC Cincinnati's going to have their hands full.
Yeah. It's almost like...
That was a really great pass. Well, the ball has continued to stay at this end, but not a lot of, I mean, 2 goals is plenty, but could have been more.
Yep. Yeah, corner kick for Kings is number 9. That's Bella Land.
Yep.
She's the one leading the league in scoring. And I would assume that she's on that, we'll cover a little bit on
no contact there.
Kings, Winwoods is trying to get over the halfway point so far and have not been able to do that. Nice run down the middle here from Kings.
Good pass. Nice
cross.
Lead.
Put right. Set it right up.
Gorgeous. That was very, very, very nice.
Nice pass there. Well set up and score. That was Natalie Land. Wonder if any relation to Bella.
I'm going to guess yes. Goalkeeper really didn't have a shot at that one. That was really nicely set up, nicely done.
Yeah, now, so Bella's the senior, and I'm sorry, who's the?
I think she's a sophomore.
Yeah, Natalie's a sophomore, so probably had some good battles in the Land backyard, I would imagine.
I would imagine as well.
Hey, man, just go ahead and press button number 1 on the left side of your.
Oh, we got some subs coming in for Winton Woods.
Okay.
So a couple of the players tonight that are being recruited, Kylie Hornbeck, number 13, she's a senior, and Madeline Hartke, she's also a senior. You know, one thing that's a little bit different, at least it used to be, the recruiting with the girls versus boys typically starts about a year earlier on that. I think that's probably because they develop a little bit earlier. I always remember, like, a lot of teams, they'd have kids already, with women already declared as early as their sophomore year. On women, usually it was junior or later for the boys. Oh, and cross. Oh, just wide.
Just missed.
So, Andy, do you want to explain Section 9 to everybody here tonight?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That would be a hard no.
Do you remember when Section 9 was instituted?
Oh, gosh. I do, but I'm not going to be able to give you the year.
Was it the 80s or the 90s? I'm wondering if we can get any technical.
Section 9?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Are you talking about Title 9 or Section
I mean
9?
Title 9. Not
Yes.
sorry, I got
Yes,
I got the 9s right.
You got the 9 right.
I was just testing you guys, just wide.
Just wide.
That's just to see if our listeners were paying attention. In fact, I don't even know if our producer was paying attention. I know Andy was.
I had it. You threw him for a loop on that one.
They just introduced it. It's a refinement of Title IX. You guys haven't even heard about it. It's going to be discussed in the election coming up. So before the night's over, we'll cover that a little bit too.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Don't let him beat you!
Corner kick. Nice cross there.
Get it down! Control it! There you go! There you go! Let's go! Yeah, get it!
We cover a little bit of everything here on the broadcast. I don't see any international games. I used to see those a little bit when I broadcast. And over at the Mason High School, they'd have the soccer field on one side. On the football side, there'd be an international game going on.
Nice.
Very unofficial international game, but and a lot of times that was a better game than the one on the field.
I bet.
And I used to tell the camera guys they need to try to flip the cameras, but they wouldn't do it. So as long as we're talking soccer, and do you follow the EPL at all, Andy?
I do not.
Possession,
You
Winton
do not.
Woods.
Okay, so you don't have a favorite team there then.
I do not. No.
That's real soccer over there.
No, I understand that. I understand. Yes, I understand.
That's
No,
Major League Soccer.
I'm late to the soccer
deal?
or
Yeah.
football party. My kids played when they were younger, and so I definitely, as I think a lot of American families do, their kids play when they're younger. But but once they stopped playing, I stopped paying attention, and I didn't really get into soccer until FC Cincinnati started, and I gave it a chance, and I found it very enjoyable.
Yep.
And so I've stuck with it, and really nice trout right
off
off
the post.
That was very close.
It was actually game planned. The game plan, my son played for a select team, and one of the dads was
Possession
created the game
Kings.
plan, and Jeff Birding was
Corner
actually
kick.
the president over a select club.
Okay.
And that's kind of where he got exposed to soccer, and his kids were playing select, and he was working for the Bengals at that time, and then he kind of saw the potential, and then he happened to be connected to some of the people with some influence here in Cincinnati, like the Linder family.
Sure.
And others that made a big deal on it. So, but I was kind of introduced to it myself. My dad grew up in Scotland, so he played something professional. So I got
Warrior
influenced by
possession.
him, and then I actually played in high school. So
Very good.
So-
Yeah, I have a number of friends
Yeah.
that are that have their favorite teams over in Europe, but I just have never really gotten into it. So I loosely follow. If there's a big headline, I'll read it. I know some of the major players, but no, I don't have a favorite team, and I don't necessarily get up early in the morning and go to watch games and things like that. That's just not my thing.
well, some people used to drink beer all day long. They can start at 7 in the morning.
You better believe it.
Not that we're promoting that on the air here, but yeah, it's become a big deal. Great for the networks too, because they can sell advertising all day long.
Oh, most definitely.
But if you get into watching a little bit, the guys that play at the English level, it's played at a faster pace. It's almost like watching the minor league versus the major league, just as far as the quickness
Possession,
of it.
Warriors.
So anyway, back to the Winwoods Kings game. So we are 3-0 here. We're about halfway through the first half. Most of the possession of the game has been on the Winwood side of the field. Kings have done a good job of spreading it out. I don't know if have we seen a substitution yet from Winwoods?
Yeah, they brought in 3.
Have they? Okay.
Yeah, they had 3 different players.
Oh,
come in
nice
early.
cross there.
And
a
in the
beautiful
back of the
finish.
net. Very nice.
Was it offside? Where's the water?
Goal, Kings. Next to score, Kings 4, Winton Woods
Well, no, I put his
0.
hands up. I'm not sure what he was saying. Are they taking a break? I was thinking they might have one with the heat tonight.
I can't tell. Looks like they're
Well,
lining
it
back up.
doesn't look like they are.
No.
Just a couple of substitutions here. So we are. And we've got the kickoff for Winwoods. Back in possession. Intercepted by Kings. Knocked off the ball a little bit. He's doing a nice job of space and moving the ball around. Giving everybody a touch. That's number 24, Jenna Burke.
Good challenge there.
And some of the other players that are looking to be recruited, I think we mentioned a couple of them.
We got
Yeah, Kylie Hornbeck and Madeline Hartkey. I'm not sure which particular schools they're looking at or being recruited by, but
Official
yeah, I guess the
timeout.
one thing with Title IX is they did rebalance that a few years back where it just the reality of the rule is that it's harder, like at the soccer level, it's a lot harder for the boys to get recruited than it is for the girls. And a lot of the imbalance is caused by football. I mean, football takes up a lot of those scholarships.
There's a lot of spots on a
and
football
the whole
team.
idea is you have the same amount of scholarships for the boys and the girls. When you have a football team with like 60 players on scholarship, that takes away all the scholarships for the other sports. In fact, Cincinnati, maybe 5-6 years ago, the boys team was going into a meeting. It was an off season. They thought they were planning for the next year, and they went into the meeting and they told them the program was canceled. So these kids that have been recruited to play, all of a sudden their scholarship's gone, and got to find something else to do.
Yeah, as a UC alumni, I was very disappointed when they made that decision.
Yeah. Yeah, UC and Xavier were a rivalry.
Absolutely.
In terms of the soccer, so
yes.
yeah, kind of disappointing. They had a nice field too, but that's the reality.
Pass.
This could be another opportunity
Should
here,
be. Yep.
and a finish.
Very nice.
And that puts,
Goal. Knights.
It's always a running clock.
Score is now Kings 5.
And that's
Winton
5-0.
Woods, 0.
Or an injury.
substitution coming in for Kings here.
Coming out to camera 1 and out to 1. That was live.
And don't know enough to know like who they're thinking would be one of the top teams, but looking at the players being looked at, I would think Kings might be one of the favorites coming in.
Well, it looks that way to me. Again, I don't know the league real well and the teams, but just looking at the early statistics for the season, I see several Kings players at the top of the list.
Yeah. So the Winton Woods boys played last night. They had a successful outing. They won 10-2.
Oh, wow. It's a big score.
So it was a good win for them. Big turnaround for them because the game before they had lost 6-0. So, and we talked a little bit earlier. I mean, football is what Winton Woods is known for. They've had some good basketball teams over the years too.
We'll be out here for 4 Winton Woods football games later on. I think they're announcing a couple of them there.
Nice cross. Oh, very nice.
And we get another goal there, and 6-0 for Kings.
Kings goal. Makes the score 6 for Kings, 0 for the Warriors.
Take a moment, and since this is an Eastern Cincinnati Conference game, we'll look at the boys' side of soccer this year. And so far, they look like they haven't played any conference games so far. But in the non-conference season, we've got Turpin at 3-0, Milford at 2-1. Milford actually used to be in the GMC years ago.
Yes, they did.
And they switched positions with Mason way back in the day as Mason's school grew to a monstrous size. Loveland is 1-1. Little Miami's 1-1. So you've got as far as schools, you've got a pretty wide geography. I mean, you've got teams up in Lebanon and teams out in West Claremont. So that's a pretty good distance apart. But I know Lebanon moved from a conference like up in Dayton where they used to go up and play in Piqua. So that was like an hour-and-a-half ride for them or something. So Lebanon actually looked at the GMC years ago. They were supposed to go into it with Mason, and then Lebanon backed out at the last minute, went to Dayton, and it actually took Mason a couple years to find a scenario. They couldn't find another partner. They just switched with Milford. That's how they got in. Because they were playing, and what was the conference back then? FAVC. FAVC Buckeye.
Your memory's way better than mine.
Yeah, well, we had some kids playing sports in there.
Yes.
In fact, Mason and Winton Woods used to be in the same conference.
Yes.
When I had a son that was in 7th grade, they actually played them in the playoffs, and they ended up lost them in the regular season, then they beat them in the playoffs, and then Glen Estee used to be in that conference too when Glen Stenley was around. So, and then Glen Estee ended up becoming part of West Claremont, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And I'm not sure, what was the other school? But Amelia?
Yep, that was
So
Amelia.
Amelia and Glen plus Glen Estee equals West Claremont.
Yes.
And yeah, we did a football game out there Andy did one football game out there a couple years ago, West Claremont. It's a big school.
Great people to work with, too.
Yeah.
Really.
Nice facilities out there. So I'm not sure in terms of upcoming games for Winton Woods. Are they coming up soon? On Waycross?
So Waycross is in 2 weeks. This week we're at Northwest.
Okay.
We're doing Winton Woods versus Little Miami? Question mark?
Yeah, I think that's the game I'm actually broadcasting, I think.
You'll be with Jake Williams, yeah.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Nice little run here.
Very nice. Back pass. Being unselfish, I think they're spreading around the wealth here.
It looks like they're trying now, yeah. Definitely a little more ball control.
A little miscommunication between the goalkeeper and the defense.
It's another corner. At least it should be.
I think we may have more corners than goals.
I
Pretty
think
close. I think it's about 7 or 8 corners so far. It's almost to a point where I think they could set up a tent out there.
help with the sun.
Or a little lemonade stand out there.
There you go.
Maybe a little kid, like a 7-year-old, could be selling them lemonade when they go to the corner. Oh, that's
a
a
nice
beautiful
kick.
cross.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Wow.
Put it right in front of the goal.
That was MLS quality. It looks like the FC Cincinnati could have used that the other night.
Yeah, that was nice.
So were you getting animated during the 3-0 defeat the other night?
No.
No.
I
Okay.
was
You were very,
not.
very calm?
Well, early on, maybe
Yeah.
a little bit animated, but
Okay.
I kind of was a little down in the dumps, I would say.
Okay.
It was clear that it wasn't our night.
Yeah, it was an interesting decision to go to Apple. I'm not, because they used to be on Star 64, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it was I don't know the details, but I'm sure it was a money deal.
'Cause the whole league,
Yeah,
the whole league had to go Apple.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Messi's deal to come to the MLS, I think Apple's involved in some way, shape, or form, if I'm not mistaken.
So they're funding it.
I think maybe part of it.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mac. Great job.
Yet another corner.
Gotta love them.
It's probably not the only thing Apple has invested in the last few years.
Agreed. Another great kick.
Okay, that's cool.
Warrior possession.
Big tech. We could have a big tech conversation, but we won't.
Well, not to.
We don't want to stay on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not to switch sports on us too much,
Yeah.
but you mentioned Apple and Apple Plus. I think one of the last ditch efforts to save the Pac-12 conference was Apple Plus swooped in and
Yeah, I
offered them
think
a
I
deal.
heard that. Yeah.
It didn't work out so well.
So there is a Xavier alumnus that gave the here's a trivia question. He gave the the speech for the 2001
King's possession.
who's the person who gives the speech? Is it the valedictorian?
I believe it's the valedictorian.
So who was the
Or
2001 valedictorian at
It's
St.
either
X?
the valedictorian or you have a keynote speaker
Keynote,
that
it
comes
was valedictorian.
in. Okay.
He's actually running for president right now.
Okay.
And he was the 2001 valedictorian at Xavier. It's Vivek Ravensway.
Oh, okay.
So he is a St. X grad.
I would
and
not
if
have
you go on
gotten that.
YouTube, 2001, he's given the valedictorian speech. He started a tech company. It was became a big company. So yeah, Cincinnati area guy.
Very,
so,
very
anyway,
cool.
So there's a trivia question for tonight.
Yeah.
You can find it on Waycross. We covered that graduation.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, we
Wow.
covered graduation
Substitution for the
St. X
Warriors in
quite
game
some
number
time.
10, Elisa Morales Mejia.
So would that be archived?
It's probably archived. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Go pull that up and take a look, Ian.
I'll have to do that.
If he becomes president, can sign a copy of it.
Uh-huh.
He's getting some notification. He's being noticed a little bit. Be interesting. And look, she kicked that out of bounds.
Yeah, she kicked it straight out.
Yeah.
Well, it was already out, and then she kicked it the rest of the
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I was already out on the field.
Gotcha.
All right. Back passing here.
Yeah, hang on to the ball, just possess it for a bit, it looks like.
I think the coach told them that every girl has to touch the ball now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're going to start taking it forward now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these are perfect plays. Yeah.
They're spacing, spreading the field.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Keeper probably wants to come up and take a few kicks. Because the King's keeper has not touched it yet.
She's out there having some coffee.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Just missed her. Oh, still got it. Still got it. Get on top of it.
She's
Nah,
got
she
it.
got it. She recovered. That was close. I don't know how that didn't go in.
Went out and grabbed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this replay. Yeah, I don't know how she missed that shot, and then she just whacked it away, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Coming out the one, and out the one. I keep wanting to come out the two. Switch cameras. That's even perfect. I don't. I'm not
And
here to
cleared
embarrass
by
them.
number 5 for Winton Woods.
Yeah, yeah.
So we got 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Kings Knights 6
Possession,
and
Winton
Winwood
Woods.
Warriors 0. Goal kick here for Winton Woods.
Some substitutions coming in.
No substitutions. Yeah. So on the boys' side, looking at statistics, Winwood's actually, one of their players is leading the league in points right now. That's Mike Reyes with 8 points. He so far has 3 goals and 2 assists. And also have Sam Bailu, who he's got 5 points.
Corner kick, King.
And trying to think who else we have from that. I think that's it. In soccer, in terms of games, next game is Thursday night for boys for Winton Woods. They actually play at Kings tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So they're going to reverse the tables.
Nice, man.
Good settlement there by Kings.
Ooh, little contact there. Thought she can walk it off.
Didn't know what to do when she got the ball. In front of her!
She's gonna line up a kick here. Nope, passing it over.
Yep. Nice cross, nice
Stop by the
save.
goalie.
Any predictions for the upcoming football season, NFL? We're going to flip around conversations here. Oh, and a
Wow.
shot in the goal. Nice goal.
Very
Goal.
nice.
King.
Stole it and put it right in.
Goal makes the
Prediction
score
for
King
the
7.
league in general or
Warriors,
for our
nil.
Cincinnati
The
Bengals?
Bengals. I heard somebody said today that Chris Collinsworth actually thinks the Bengals could win the Super Bowl this year.
You think?
That kind of scares you when they make those predictions.
Yeah, I think they're definitely a contender.
They're a contender. They got a brutal schedule.
They're in the AFC and they're in the AFC North.
And the
I mean,
AFC
it's-
with Aaron Rodgers moving to the AFC. AFC already was kind of stacked compared to the NFC.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
Yep.
But it's going to be tough for all of them.
It is.
Yeah. Injuries or lack of injuries will play a big part.
Yeah.
Also be a question, they've replaced 2 safeties. We'll have to see how their 2 new safeties work out.
I think they're playing well. At least they have been in
scrimmage, though. It's hard to
well,
tell
it is.
scrimmage.
It is.
Because you're playing backups.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll see how it is when
it's all going to come down to the health of Burrow, frankly. I mean, if he's healthy, we're going to be fine. If he's got lingering issues to the calf issue or what have you, it's probably not going to be good for us.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. That's why they.
I haven't been very impressed with the 2 backups that we have for him. So I don't know if we'll pick up a different one that gets cut from another team, or if we'll roll with one of the 2 we have. But it's going to come down to Burrow's health, I think. But I'm biased, but I have high hopes for the Bengals. I think they're going to do real well.
Possession Kings.
Well, the one thing that they've had is they've had consistency in coaches for about the last 4 or 5 years.
They have.
That makes. I'm really kind of shocked that some of their coordinators didn't get hired when some of the other ones, the Eagles and other ones, did.
Very surprising. I agree. I'm happy for it.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm glad they didn't get picked.
I
but
love
I'm
the
not sure.
continuity.
For some reason, there seemed to be that luster with the Eagles and the Chiefs ones.
Well, it helps with the continuity, and it seems as though the locker room is solid. Here comes a good opportunity here.
Great job.
Nice.
Oh, another goal.
Put it in with her left foot.
Yeah, the irony is I think last year, the Bengals were better than the Chiefs, but lost to them. And the year before, the Chiefs were better than the Bengals.
Agreed.
And the Bengals beat them.
Agreed.
So they were
You
just one.
just never know with football.
No, they were like one offensive lineman from winning a Super Bowl and being in another one.
Correct.
Being a lack of one. And they had those injuries at the end of the year, too, last year, which didn't help them.
Yes, they did.
So, anyway.
All right, no replay.
Winton Woods, we are now at 8-0.
8-0.
Okay. Camera 1's still live. No replay right now while I'm rebooting it.
Kings possession.
Back to the goalkeeper on this
Keeper
one.
got a touch.
Yeah.
There we go.
Got to keep her awake.
Might be a good game to give her an opportunity to maybe play up front or
There you
something.
go.
You know?
Send it back to her again. Oh, yes.
Reverse the field. Maybe she can make a run up the field.
They seem to be laying back at this point.
Well, yeah.
Ice cream! Are they really? Oh, the city of Wyoming. Got it. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a shame. Too bad for the kids.
Oh, nice.
Great pass forward.
Good challenge.
Still working on the almost there.
So it'll be interesting to see who Kings has their next game against.
Yeah, we don't have the. Let me see here. They are playing McNicholas.
So that's not in their conference. I would think being a parochial school, they're probably half decent. I don't know.
I would assume, but yeah, you never know.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens in their next game because the pace of it, I'm sure, will be a lot quicker, a lot different than this one. This is if you're.
Nice pass.
Kings have some challenges in a
She
game
offsides?
like this.
Yeah. Yep. Just
Warrior
offsides.
possession.
We'll have to look up where Nicholas is. I'm not sure what conference is that. Is there a? St. Nicholas was like a boys' school, but I guess it's just not. Is it parochial?
Oh.
I'm looking it up. Are you on it?
It's GGCL, I think.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking it up. It's only $12,800 a year. A bargain, a mere bargain.
There you go. Is that the first thing that came up?
Yeah. I wasn't even asking how much it was. To think back in the day when we went to school, how much it was. I mean, I went to an out-of-state school, which was like $5,000.
Wow.
It was
Times have changed.
Indiana, which is now probably $60,000. It's just nuts. It's a whole conversation, but you just wonder with certain people, is college really worth it?
Well, yeah.
And it is, but for some people, it's
not.
probably not.
Agreed.
There's nothing wrong with, had this conversation the other day, family-wise. I mean, there's nothing wrong with trades, and you don't have $200,000 worth of debt as well.
Yep.
And you're making money, so it'll be interesting to see a graph of what the crossover is. At what age, depending on what you do you break even or move ahead because of your degree? For some, it might be never. I don't know.
It might be. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's why like enrollments are going down at certain schools. Certain enrollments are up, but other ones are down. But there is an interesting school. Purdue has kept their enrollment fixed. It hasn't gone up in like 8 or 9 years. And they've seen a soaring enrollment and stuff. The president was the old governor of Indiana, Mitch Daniels, and they made a concrete effort. They weren't going to raise tuition anymore. Good for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think they've seen some of the rewards, and I don't know. Personally, there needs to be more of that. So we got 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Had a chance to cover about every topic. We're talking the 24 election in the second half, so anybody
no, we are not.
Anybody who wants to come back for the second half, I don't want you to go away, so we're going to get into riveting topics.
Nice comment section there on YouTube there.
Yeah, I might have to step away at that point, Ian. Maybe someone else can stand in for me. I'll tag out with the producer. How about that?
It's the school board elections we're going to talk about.
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah. Or in Mason, you could talk about their elections. Or not their elections, but their city council. I don't know if it's been as entertaining as it, for a couple of years during COVID, it was entertaining. And actually with the Hollywood strike going on right now, you're going to need cheap reality TV.
There you go.
So how long do you think that's going to go on for?
Oh, gosh.
Forever?
I don't see an end currently.
Well, with AI, I mean, that's a part of the conversation they're having. AI will replace writers. The creativity might not be there. Well, there's not a lot of creativity anyway in Hollywood, in my opinion, a lot of it. 18 sequels. And
there are, and
so maybe
reboots, and yes.
Yeah, if they put better content out, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, how many Marvel 24, or. Yeah. Not a lot of originality. Actually, I watched a little bit of the British TV is actually kind of interesting.
Really?
It's different. It's different content.
That makes sense given your background.
Yeah. Well, the irony is when I grew up, I couldn't stand watching that.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to watch
That
Masterpiece
is
Theater, Mom and Dad.
1 minute remaining in the half.
You can watch it.
That's right. They're just going backwards. Yep. Run this clock.
Just a passing rule here. Oh, not, yeah.
No, they have a whodunit show. It's called The Line of Duty.
Okay.
And you can actually also get it on Hulu or something. It's cops investigating bad cops.
Oh.
And it is riveting TV.
That sounds very cool.
Yeah, look it up on your IMDb. It always gets a super high rating.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, you can get it on BritBox, but you can also get it on Hulu, on Prime. It's a couple of the seasons, but that's my UK recommendation for the evening.
Very good.
So, Matt,
15 seconds.
Yep.
move on up to the super wide.
10, 9, 8, 7.
So we're halftime here. The Kings Knights are leading the Winton Warriors 8-0. And again, we promise riveting topics here in the second half if you hang around.
Can't wait.
We'll see you at halftime. See you on the other half.
without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Ohio. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And coming up, there we go.
Okay, we're back here at Winwoods. This is Ian Liddell here with Andy Reagan for an FAVC. That hasn't been around for a long time.
Not in a
Know where the
while.
heck that came from. Eastern Cincinnati Conference.
ECC.
Once again, I'm seeing if you guys are paying attention. the FAVC Buckeye Conference. Do you remember who was in that? It was Mason, Winwoods.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
I don't have a chance at this one,
No
sorry.
way.
Yeah, this goes back about 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
So So anyway, so we've reversed the field here. We've got Winwood's Kings kicking off. And we are going to have a running clock here in the second half, so we're going to have exactly 40 minutes of action. All played back.
Yeah, I was curious to see if Kings decided to play to open up the way they finished in the first half, or they may have put some backup players in to give them some experience coming forward. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there is no JV game, but if you're not on the JV team or on the varsity roster, you can't play tonight. But this might have been a good chance for some of their JV guys to play that wouldn't have played otherwise. I'm sure most teams have a couple that do both. So I guess if you're Kings, a chance to rest some of your players too.
Sure, give your reserves some opportunity.
Yep.
Well, I think they're going to get a lot of opportunity to work on their passing tonight.
Now, there is an unwritten rule in the leagues that you're not supposed to get more than 10.
Okay.
And if you get more than 10, it used to be that you would be fined for it.
Oh,
Get
wow.
a letter from the league. So, I don't know if that's still an official or unofficial rule, but
Oh, out of bounds.
So according to Google, FAVC consisted. I don't have the Buckeye. Oh, there it is. There's the Buckeye Conference. Blanchester was in the Buckeye Conference.
Blanchester was in the
Yeah.
Buckeye Conference.
I
Ah, there
think
we
there
go.
was a couple versions of.
There was the Eastern Conference.
Yep.
And there was the. Oh gosh, Scarlet, I believe.
Yep, Fort Aitchen Valley Conference.
Yep.
How about that?
Yeah.
And I'm not even a native Buckeye, and I knew that. But
So Goshen was in it. Madison, Middletown, Madison, Ross, Lockland, East Clinton.
so our trivia question of tonight: George Clooney lived in Mason, Ohio. From what ages was he in Mason, Ohio?
Oh, darn good question.
That's a trivia
again,
question. I just read it the other day.
You're just stumping me all over the place tonight.
And his farm that he lived on was the same property my company leased. It's leased the suite for like 10 years. Right on Mason Montgomery Road, right across from the Western Road Golf Course.
Okay.
So he lived on a farm there for 6 years.
Had to have been when he was young.
It was young. It was from, might have been 5 years. It was from like second grade to like 7th grade. And according to this article, he actually snuck back for his remember we used to have 8th grade graduations?
Oh, yes.
We had him. Well, he snuck back, and he's in a picture of his 8th grade graduation,
you
even
go.
though he was no longer living in Mason. His dad was, Nick Clooney, and
Yes,
then his
that's correct.
aunt was Rosemary Clooney.
That's correct.
Went to Mayfield, Kentucky. So,
Yeah.
so I know a couple people that knew him, went to school with him, friends with him. So that's the FAVC question for the night. Because who was the other famous guy that went to Mason High School? He's now a well-known broadcaster. He used to be on ESPN, and now he has his own sports talk radio show. And anybody know who I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Dan Patrick.
That was actually going to be my guess.
Yep, and his name was Dan Pugh,
I
actually.
should have just fired it out there.
Patrick is his middle name. So Dan Pugh, yeah, he was actually a very good athlete, very good basketball player for Mason High School.
Okay.
So, sorry, these are Mason questions. These aren't Winton
I'm
Woods.
like, where are we tonight?
Yeah, we're in Winton Woods.
Well, I clearly have to do some trivia homework if I do this
Yeah,
again.
if you're going to be ready for this.
I was not ready. I was not prepared at all.
You not only have to know sports, you have to know, like, a bunch of stuff. Could throw some Moeller trivia at you, maybe?
Please don't. I'll end up embarrassed. I graduated from Moeller many, many, many years ago, and I am not current on my trivia.
Possession King.
So what high school did Roger Staubach play for?
Warrior possession.
It's not Moeller.
No, that one I knew at one time.
It was kind of the school before Moeller, I guess. And then when Moeller came out, it kind
Was
of.
it Cape?
No.
Oh.
You got
I'm
me
not
again.
from Cincinnati, but yeah.
You're just the trivia man tonight.
Purcell Marion.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yep.
That little school? Jeez.
Yep. That's where he played football.
Yeah, I hope a lot of my friends aren't listening tonight. They're going to give me the business for not knowing some of these answers.
We'll just send them. We'll send them the link.
Appreciate that.
And they never take this games off. It's permanently archived.
Oh, wonderful.
So yeah.
Wonderful.
Somebody's going to have to report this video just in case.
Yeah.
Yep.
And another corner kick.
Do I hear the ice cream man?
Yeah, right.
I've been hearing the
across
ice cream man all
screen, you
night.
got that little, you got.
Ah, very good. Oh yeah.
He's going to
there's
pull up
the
on
ice cream man.
He's going to pull up on the corner kicks.
Yeah. Well.
Set up a little stand out there.
Yeah, I see him over there. Maybe the kids playing football are gonna run over and grab a little snack.
There's actually a pretty good movie on series on Paramount. Not Paramount. Peacock.
Peacock. Yep.
And it's on it has to do with a guy that it's a whole story, but there is a scene where he's like the good humor man.
Oh yeah.
It was actually a really good series. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. We're giving you a recommendation every half. First half it was British TV.
Yeah.
This half, okay, we're going to get into questions now. Like, what's your favorite miniseries?
Oh gosh, favorite miniseries.
Or what is one of your favorite miniseries?
So, if you ever have a chance to watch a show called Money Heist,
Oh,
I would highly recommend that one.
That's out of Portugal or Spain or something.
Spain, I believe. That's one of my all-time favorites.
Really, we watched part of that and we got into it. Then we watched it, but then it was the editing. Yeah, it was interesting. Some of it was implausible, though.
Agreed.
A little bit,
Agreed.
yeah.
It was very enjoyable, though. I
Yeah.
really liked the characters.
Yeah.
I just was very entertained by
It's
it.
Spanish, wasn't it? Out of
Correct.
Spain? Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Got some of that translation where they're talking and.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, we just started a show last night. I'm not sure about it yet. It's called Hijack. It's on.
Okay.
It's of course on Apple Plus, so you can't watch it. Sorry, Ian.
Yeah, I can't. No, not until I get Apple. We put our limit at 10 different types of channels.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
Oh, nice pass.
That was a very nice pass. Good move at midfield as well.
And
Let's see what they do
taking
with
her
it here.
time. Gonna do a cross
Cross,
header.
yeah.
Oh,
That was gorgeous. She had just gotten it down a little bit. She had it. That was really well done.
Replays on.
Put it right on her head.
She
but
did. Just had to put
All
it
the
down.
time she had. Jeez.
Yeah.
She leaned up. Well, I don't know. The idea you got to put it to the ground almost there. Easier said than done.
I agreed. I certainly couldn't do that.
Yep.
But yeah, that was really, really well done.
So we got 31 minutes left here. We got a running clock. So I think we started the half at 8-0.
We did. There have been no
Okay.
goals thus far.
No goals, yeah. First opportunity there.
Yep.
So it's 7-0 plus 1.
I hate to say it, Andy, but I got a Messi sighting down there.
Oh, do you?
Got it. Don't need to see that shirt.
Oh, boy.
Definitely don't want to see that shirt tomorrow night.
No, I
see that shirt planted on the ground.
I see him down there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Somebody should go do something about that.
Yeah, there's no Messi seats allowed in the stadium. Go to Miami if you want to wear that shirt.
Oh, boy. He is a fantastic player. There's no doubt about that.
Is it a cup? Is it some kind of cup they're
Oh,
playing
yeah.
tomorrow night?
It's the U.S. Open Cup.
There's so many different cups.
It's
like,
the semifinals, so
Okay.
only four teams left.
Didn't they just win a cup in another one?
Oh, they did. They won
First-
the League's Cup.
The League's Cup.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And before Messi was there, they probably wouldn't have got out of the first round.
That is correct. There's no
Yeah.
chance. They are absolute worst team in the league. Miami
Yeah.
was.
Oh, my.
So yeah, it's amazing the turnaround that they've experienced with the not just the addition of Messi. That was obviously huge, but
Ball went out of bounds back there. So.
out of bounds it looks like. A number of his
true.
buddies have come along with him.
Now, if you look at FC Cincinnati 2 years ago, though, I mean, they've struggled a little bit lately, but the turnaround in 2 years.
It's been
with
remarkable.
FC Cincinnati, yeah.
It's been remarkable.
I didn't see what happened there.
There was a hurt player back there.
She get stepped on, or?
Yeah, we were chatting away, and I completely missed what happened to her.
Yeah,
I never saw the player down.
I didn't either.
Oh,
She
was
cramp
just
up,
hurt.
maybe?
Okay.
It's actually not that hot. Actually, with the sun down, it didn't. I walked out at halftime. Of course, I'm not on the field, but it didn't seem that bad out there. I think it was a good move to run it at 7 o'clock versus 6 o'clock.
She fell down. Yeah, it happened off screen, so I didn't see it. So what now? Drop ball to your left.
So what should FC Cincinnati's strategy be tomorrow night playing Messi?
Oh boy! Hold
Oh,
on.
and a goal!
That's
Goal!
fantastic!
Goal!
I did not see that coming.
I'm not as long as the one guy that does that. When you hear him, is like
You weren't
3
anywhere
minutes.
close, but that was good. I like the effort. I like the effort a lot.
You want to try, Andy? Do your
No,
goal.
no,
Goal!
If they get another one, I'll take my turn.
Killed by microphone.
I can't remember that guy, whoever it was, but or maybe he still does it for the Mexico team or whatever.
Yes, he
but
goes
they're
to
like,
town.
they had him on ESPN. He was doing like the U.S. version of it. He was, yeah.
I did not.
That was
expect
awesome.
I did not expect that
He
one.
still announces for, I think, Univision.
Okay, yeah.
He's on Univision. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. They played it back and it bit them.
All right.
That could be on ESPN highlights tonight. You want to send it in, Tony?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Yes. she was in the right place at the right time for that one.
Top 10 plays of the game of the week.
Absolutely. Oh, here we go. Changing possession.
Hey, they're getting some swagger now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Got to look for the opportunity.
You know, ever since they spotted that Messi shirt, Winton Woods' game has just jumped up.
I'm sure that has a lot to do with it.
What if we put that Messi out on the field right now?
Throw a green jersey on him and turn
Hey.
him loose.
Gonna get the 8-point differential. Oh, man, nobody there.
Yeah,
We're not going to go down that path tonight as far as the players.
I think there's some pretty good
Leave that up to
sportsmanship
Joe
going on
Rogan.
here right now. They had a really clean look there and didn't take it.
Yeah, that's good sportsmanship here. No need.
No, it is an interesting thing, though, with Messi. I mean, do you have one guy basically
I'm hearing the ice cream truck music.
following him everywhere?
Yeah, nice pass.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm not sure what their approach is going to be with him because they can't completely collapse on him. There's, unfortunately, now a number of other weapons they have on the team that can certainly hurt you.
Were they sponsored by Apple as well?
I don't think so. I think just him. Just him.
Correction.
I think every team in the league had to like donate to bring him,
I
didn't
believe
they?
that is also correct. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know the full deal, but
nothing
yeah.
like writing a check for somebody that's going to beat you.
Yes.
It would be like using the NFL and saying, okay,
Yeah, but
or LeBron James, let's play LeBron James salary.
I think the theory is right. I think he brings more eyeballs to the entire league. So I think there's something to it. I think it's certainly worthwhile.
Well, the question with Pele when he played, the problem was you got him for those games, but then when he's gone,
Yeah, it's a pretty big drop.
that's what happened with Pele. When Pele stopped playing, it
Yes.
peaked, and when he dropped off, it fell off the cliff.
Yes. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
But I think they're hoping that this move is catapults the MLS and even beyond where it is today in a similar fashion to what David Beckham did when he came over. I think he definitely moved the needle with the MLS significantly. It's ironic that's he's now the owner of Miami, and part
Right.
of his deal to come to the MLS was that he got to buy a team for super cheap.
Yeah.
And now he has Miami, and now he's brought Messi. And I think it's not unreasonable to think there could be another big jump for the MLS. We'll see, I suppose.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because you're not only competing against EPL, you're competing against Germany, you're competing against Italy, Spain. I mean,
Agreed. Yep.
Possession Kings.
the interesting part of it is you look at the World Cup teams, the U.S. World Cup teams, players almost have to get better by playing over in Europe. They're not going to get better playing here.
Yes. Yep. Unfortunately, that's what happens to our best players. They leave the U.S. And you're right. You want to go play with the best if you are the best. So that's what they do.
Well, the one concept I'd be kind of interested here would never happen here in the U.S., but the really cool thing about these other leagues is the relegation.
Oh, yeah.
That relegation battle is what makes it really interesting, and the stakes involved in it. I think it's the best thing in all sports, the relegation, because you got your bottom teams are competing for their lives, so it's as interesting to watch the bottom as it is the top.
Yes. It'd be fascinating to see something like that instituted in the NBA or the NFL, or it'd be unbelievable to watch.
You never see the U.S. owners agreeing to that.
Yep.
They got so much money staked in it. So it's a major undertaking.
Substitutions.
Substitution here for Winton Warriors.
Daniela Gutierrez and haircut.
Looks like
We've
Kings is
got
bringing in some new players as well.
Stephanie Gutierrez and haircut.
The first one got to work out, huh?
So if you look at the Winwood's roster, unless we're seeing all of them, 4 or 5, they got 8 freshmen, 8 sophomores, like 4 juniors and 3 seniors.
Yeah, it's a young team.
It's a young team, yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm noticing across the way here, Ian, the ice cream truck has decided to park itself. So now we've got like a theme music going on to our broadcast here.
Can we order up some ice cream?
What's up?
Can we order it up on Waycross right now?
That would be awesome.
Bring up some, a little ice cream sandwich, or I think that would be pretty good. I'd be all for it. It's a hot night.
It is. He's got a nice line. I'm watching him over there. He's got about 5 or 6 folks lined up.
Corner kick.
Exactly.
Hey, man, why don't you tilt up to the ice cream truck from there? To your right.
Oh, there it is. We got it on the broadcast now. There's the ice cream truck.
Where is he? Hey.
All right,
That is
thanks,
an ice cream truck or an ambulance? Was that an ice cream truck?
Maybe it's an ambulance.
Maybe an
that's
ambulance
serving
if
ice
you eat
cream.
too much.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, beautiful.
Almost.
But I can hear it in my ear.
yeah.
It just plays on and on and on.
Ready, replay.
Like I
roll.
said, it's our theme music.
Yeah. Oh, and right over the top.
Yep,
Just
yep.
missing.
Just missed it.
All right.
That would be pretty good right now.
Oh, I would take some for sure.
I'd
Yep.
love some ice cream right now. You're going to make me stop at UDF on the way home.
Ice cream.
All right.
You know, I was talking to a guy out of Atlanta today, and he's in the gas station business, and I asked him if he ever heard of UDF, and he hadn't heard of them. So I guess, I don't know, how far does UDF's geography go? Is it Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana? Do they go further out than that?
It's just the greater Cincinnati area and
Yeah.
a little bit further.
Yeah, I think it's just around Cincinnati.
So there's a chain called Wawa, which is a national
I'm very
chain.
familiar with Wawa.
And Wawa is moving into this area because of the Speedway.
Yep.
Speedway got bought out by 7-Eleven,
Okay.
my understanding, and because of that, Wawa's seeing an opportunity to grow big time.
So Wawa is moving to Coleraine Township right across from the Speedway.
Are they?
By 275 and Coleraine Avenue.
So there's one coming to Coleraine. Okay.
I hear they're having the first Buc-ee's is going to move into Fairborn.
That is correct. Yep, saw that as well.
If anybody has never been to a Buc-ee's before, they have the cleanest bathrooms in the world almost. That was kind of their claim to fame, but it's like a jungle gyms of gas stations.
Jungle gyms of convenience stores.
Convenience stores. It is amazing.
It is pretty amazing, but I have to say, and I'm gonna get a bunch of haters for what I'm about to say, but I wasn't a huge fan of Buc-ee's.
Really?
No, I wasn't. It was too, and honestly, the store was awesome, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Yep.
There was just too many people. There was
Oh.
just too many people. I've
Yeah.
been to 4 different Buc-ee's, and every one of them, it's wall-to-wall people, and
Yeah.
it's hard to navigate the store because of it. And
They've got
granted-
one near Gallenberg. It's the largest one in the world.
Oh yeah,
I
it
think.
is.
It's
It is.
like
That's
over
correct.
Stations.
Yep,
Yeah.
that I did know. If you had asked
Yeah.
me, I would have gotten that one right. One
Ding, ding,
trivia,
ding, ding,
one
ding,
trivia
ding,
question
ding.
I would have actually gotten.
Well, tell you what, I'll preload them and I'll ask them in advance for you so you can research them and get them right. Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Nobody will ever know.
I know. It's funny. Yeah.
And that's down here on the wing.
Yep. Got another opportunity
Looking for
here.
a
If they take
cross.
shot.
Oh,
nice.
and just a little off the glance. That's what you work on his headers.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what the coaches told them. The only
Yep.
way they're allowed to score a goal is if it's off your head.
Yep.
Oh, looks like the ice cream truck is pulling out.
He's done. Hey, come back.
Yeah, we don't need you to leave. Not
Well,
yet.
I'm waving.
We got 20 minutes and we
Yeah,
can get
yeah.
out there and stop him.
Somebody-
pull out underneath here.
Somebody call that guy. Maybe do an online order.
Oh, someone stopped him. I see he's stopped behind the bleachers over there. Maybe we can hold out hope.
Can you do one of those deliveries where you pick up the dash or whatever? They can catch up to the ice cream trucks.
There you go.
That's the craziest thing. Guys, my son had somebody, he would order Starbucks coffee and get it delivered to his house.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you can get just about anything delivered these days.
Oh, I know you can get everything delivered, yep. Got some substitutions coming in for both sides.
Substitution for Winton Woods with the game number 6. Gabby Lopez.
Gabby Lopez. And so Winton Woods is winning the second half, 1-0.
Yes, they are.
Hey.
Although, if we look at the time of possession, I still think it's in King's favor.
No matter time of possession, but you got to put it in the net.
Yes,
That's
you do.
all that counts.
That's fair. That's fair.
Waiting for the throw in here.
See if they change field. Nope, she's going to hang on to it.
You know, we used to practice and stuff, but, you know, you have to pass it to 10 people.
Yes.
And when you got 10 passes, you got a point. So when we practice, that's how you would do it. So you'd score points that way. Consecutive
right.
touches without it being stolen.
Absolutely.
So you guys want to count that right now? There's
It's too
two?
late.
Okay.
Wait till we lose possession. They lose possession. Okay,
Back to
now we can
0.
start. Here we go.
1.
Here we go. There's
There
one.
we go. 1,
Yeah. All right.
2.
2.
3,
Oh.
Oh, that was
she
a
lost
loss.
it. Ah.
We'll have to see counting. All right. So 10 is a point. Is that agreed upon?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Here we go. More substitutions coming in. Now the ice cream truck is officially pulling away.
He's gone. Hey.
Yeah, he's out of here. Just left the parking lot.
We just got to tell him to come back next week or a couple weeks or whatever. Or give him directions to my house.
Ice cream truck.
And played it out in a corner
Got a
kick.
corner. Is this our first corner of the second half?
That's one of the
No,
first.
There's been a
couple,
couple?
okay.
Man, I must have zoned out on that. I was too focused on the ice cream truck. Sorry about that, folks.
What's your wiggles there, Matt? We're almost there. Not a problem.
So we have a corner, but we really don't have anybody. That's one of the most unusual corners I've seen.
No one's there to
You
receive
only got
it.
3 or 4 in
No.
the box.
Yep.
Compared to the first half where everybody was there.
I thought we might take another shot at a header, but not so much.
Hey, we could have a VAR on that one. VAR reviews. We haven't had any so far tonight.
God, it's such a pain in the butt when you run camera for VAR. Ooh.
Yeah.
Good attempt. Another try.
Nice.
Yep.
Set up.
Nobody there.
No, going back out.
Well, what the
There's
current
rule of thumb. So how
hypothesis
many we
is
got
you
there?
can score
2,
as long as
3?
you got,
Oh, I wasn't
Stop counting. Let's say 4.
All right.
4.
they do the cross if there was somebody there.
5.
Ball in, they
Yep.
would've put it in.
Oh, might lose it here. 6.
No, we're still good. 7.
7.
Oh,
Oh,
lost
it's
it.
over.
Mm.
Shoot,
All right,
they must
starting
not know
over.
the rules or something here.
We're at 2. This is 3.
Can somebody radio down to the coach and let him know what we're doing?
There's 5.
There's a little
I'm
wager
feeling
on
good
this.
about this one, Ian.
6.
I'm feeling real good about
Oh,
this. Oh, where are we
does
going?
it count? Oh, which?
Kicked it out of bounds.
Ah, she must know she didn't want us to win.
She's spoiling our fun.
We only got 15 minutes to get our point. 10 could be tough.
It could be. Well, they were at 6, and
Yes.
they had easily had an opportunity to get 10.
Yep.
Just put it right out of bounds. Oh, I think Messi just took a header down there. Oh, he got back up. He's okay.
I wonder if he'll be at the game tomorrow night. I meant the Messi down there. I know the other one will be here.
Yes.
It would be a good break for. Can you imagine everybody paid all that money and he doesn't show up?
Oh, they've already said he's for sure playing. I think they're trophy chasing at this point. They have zero chance to do anything in the regular season, and they won the League's Cup. I think they're going to try to win the U.S. Open Cup, and then I think I read that they're going to shut him down a bit and let him rest because he's been nonstop since he came in.
Does he have a stake in them?
I
this
don't
or no?
know. I have no idea.
Winwood's throw. Why did they stop there?
I think we're Winton's ball. Yep,
There you
they're
go.
throwing it in.
Okay, we got 14 minutes to go here in the half. There's 1.
Gotta go towards the ball, girls.
Oh, here we go.
That's 1.
1,
2.
2, and
Oh, it's not gonna work.
3.
She's run out of room.
Yeah, she can give it up.
She's out of bounds. Didn't she go out?
Nope. 4,
No.
5,
5,
6.
6,
This is looking good.
7, 8.
It's looking real good. We got this. It's in the bag.
Oh,
9
9.
and
There you go.
Oh, no, do not
I
try to
think
kick
that
it
was 10,
long.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that was 10.
Play it back. Okay, we got our 1 point then.
Yeah,
Start
we-
again.
It's 11.
That's
Yeah.
a 1. Well, they're going to probably lose it here. No, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, she's not there.
She kicked it out of bounds again.
Yeah, she thought she was closer than she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. She didn't. Once again, they don't know the rules. Somebody's got to tell these kids how to play.
All right, Winwood's throw. They just need to get over there.
I think it's Wintonwood's ball. Yep, here they go.
Hey, we're only down 7. We got 7 minutes. We can do it.
If they pass back to the goalie again, maybe we have a chance.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4.
Pass it back. 5.
5 right there.
Yeah.
6. 7.
We got this again.
8.
Here we go.
9. There we go.
There
10.
it is.
They get another point. That's 2.
All right. So this is 1. Starting over.
Yep,
Oh,
back,
lost it.
Back 0.
Good challenge.
It's offside. She was offside. Come on.
I don't think they're
That
calling
was
it at this
offsides,
point.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely offsides.
Offside.
Possession Warriors.
Is there a lineman?
No.
No, there's nobody back there, Ian.
Has there been anybody the whole game?
No.
There's also a referee shortage.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have an AI.
Yeah, they could.
Just put him down and he goes and lifts up his arm. That could be our prediction. Is how long will the Hollywood strike be?
Oof. Yeah, I hate to say, I think it's going to be a while longer. And
We're gonna be watching reruns of
I
MASH.
love movies. I love TV shows. It's a bummer.
You'll have to get into the international stuff.
As a Star Trek fan, I can't get another Star Trek fix until at least 2025 now, thanks to the strike.
Yeah, they've pushed so many things out. Although I'm super excited. I'm a Star Wars nerd, and Ahsoka comes out today.
Oh.
So I couldn't be more excited on Disney. So, but yeah, that's for those deep Star Wars nerds.
And a corner.
Yep.
Is it a corner?
Yeah.
All right, maybe we'll get a header opportunity here, Ian. Maybe they'll try to put it in.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
All right, here they're setting up for it.
Okay.
See if she
She's
can.
on a short ticket?
It's short. Yep. Can she
Now
pop
she's
it up
gonna
to her?
kick it in.
No.
Oh, and that was
Right
an
over
attempted
the
shot.
bar.
Under it again.
Possession Winton Woods.
Ready, replay. Oh, replay. That was great push in, man. That was really nice.
They're definitely getting their little set pieces. They're just not putting them in.
One.
Not sure how she put that one over the top, honestly.
Yeah.
Poor goalkeeper doesn't have a foot. She can't kick the ball more than 10 yards, 15 yards.
Oh,
That
played
was
the,
a dangerous play there.
Got their foot
They
a
call it
little too
on.
high.
Yeah. No replay.
could have played advantage
Could have.
Ooh, man.
because it looked like Winton Woods was in possession.
Well, let's see what they do here.
Oh, right at her.
Yeah, turned it over there.
I knew what she was trying to do, but there were like 2 white players in the way.
Well, passing it back.
Is that a different keeper than the first half?
Yes, they changed
it-
keepers about
it
halfway
is.
through this.
Okay.
What I don't know, and I probably should, is whether they let the keeper come in and play a little.
Oh, for they should.
I have no idea what the substitution rules are.
Yeah, I'd be curious about
But
that.
then
Oh, no,
again,
oh, there
oh,
it is!
oh, off the post!
Off the
Oh,
she
and
tapped it
rebound
back
and in.
That was a
That's
really
not-
nice play.
That was,
Goal.
Yeah,
Kings.
Unlucky on the first one.
it was. I mean, that header should have gone in. She right off the post.
Kings 9, Winton Woods 1.
So that's the
yes,
first
that's
goal
right.
of the second half
You got other
for
stuff
the
right now.
Kings Knights.
Yeah, she just tapped in that
Black
rebound.
hair is the girl who got it. And
Doing a
another
little mass substitution going on.
Oh yes.
replay. It was. Still don't see her number. It was a black, she's got black hair in a ponytail. So, that's all right. So 9-1.
All right, that 8-goal differential is reinstated.
Let's see if Winwoods has an answer here.
She was still attacking, I think.
Intercepted by Kings Knights, or Winwood Warriors.
One of the two.
One of the two, yeah. 50% chance.
You did have a 50-50 shot at that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ian, you failed.
That's the color, yeah. The colors, white and green, they look so similar.
She stole it. Oh boy, wrong way.
Wrong direction.
Kings and Mason used to be a big rivalry back in the day, football-wise. We used to be in the same conference.
Oh.
Those are good feet. She took that right away from her.
Nice move there.
Yep. That's
and
out.
It's going to be a goal kick.
Yes, indeed.
Warrior possession.
Got 6 minutes to go here. And we've got the Kings Knights up 9-1 over the Winwoods Warriors. So Thursday, we're going to have Lakota East at Anderson, West Claremont at Harrison, Sycamore at Milford, and Walnut Hills at Coleraine. Nice pass down the wing.
Yep. Oh, just missed it.
And just missed it.
They are just a bit too much quicker to the ball.
Nice pass. Lots of open space.
See if she can cross it. Here it
She
comes.
crosses it.
Ian, you thought 10 goals was kind of an unwritten rule that was too much. I'm curious if they even take a shot now that they're at 9.
Yeah, well, it's a differential.
Oh, I'm with you now.
So
Sorry.
they've still got a goal to work with.
Gotcha. I misunderstood.
Yeah, so it could be, yeah. But they definitely were. The idea was to work on the passing game this half.
Clearly,
Yep.
yes. And I think work on some of those set pieces that they've done. They've
Right.
set them up pretty nicely. Just haven't been able to finish a few of them.
Yep.
Intercepted that one. Oh, couldn't hang on to it.
On the other hand, it's got to be fairly tempting if you haven't scored and you get a chance to score to get a goal.
Yes, agreed.
So we're a little under 3 minutes to go here. Looks like football practice over. Looks like everybody's home except for us.
Yeah, they've cleared out over there. I think they left when the ice cream truck did.
Yeah, that's good reason to leave. I get that.
Yeah, she's on the wrong line. You can barely see the line on TV from there, the other side there. Black line on.
And you spread out just a bit more.
So there's a pretty good
Congested in there.
grandstand difference between this side of the field and that side of the field.
Oh, yes.
As far as fans.
Yeah.
I think Mason's is a good distance between it, but this is probably, how much does this seat if it was full?
And
So trivia question
idea.
there, Andy.
Nope.
If you're here next time, you need to come
got
up
me
with
again.
that. Yeah. Now the enrollment, I'm not sure what the enrollment is at Winwoods High School.
They're D2 in football, so if that gives you
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice cross.
And it's a goal.
Popped it right in there.
Goal for King.
Goal replay.
Right here at the end.
To run.
Goal makes the score Kings 10, Winton Woods 1. 1 minute to play. 1 minute.
Coming out of replay and out of
So we're right on that 9, so I think we're good.
Yeah, I think so too. They're not going to have much time once they kick this off.
The guys are getting ready to sign the. Nah, he doesn't have to sign that letter.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Save that postage stamp.
Exactly.
Of course, you go email it to them instead.
Oh,
FedEx it.
all right.
All right, coming up on 10.
Yeah, dribble out the clock
We're at
here.
10 seconds here to go. Plays it back to
10,
Winwoods.
9,
And we are in our last
7,
6 seconds.
5, 4, 3,
And we'll hear a little
2, 1.
buzzer go
That's
off.
the ball game.
No buzzer. That's it. I heard a little bit of it at the end. And the final score is the Kings Knights 10, Win Warriors 1. Thank you all for listening in to this contest here tonight at Charles Frederick Stadium. This is Ian Liddell with Andy Reagan checking out tonight. Hope you all enjoyed yourself. Have a good evening.
Good evening.